Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some more satisfying spring cleaning. This week we're tackling the kids' bedrooms. So 2 bedrooms, satisfying carpet cleaning, cleaning grout, decluttering closets. There's plenty of real life messes, just you wait. So give me a thumbs up if you're ready to do some serious cleaning with me. Welcome to Jamie's Journey. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day, whatever day of the week you're watching this. I'm having a pretty good day. It's towards the end of the week and we're gearing up for a long weekend. We have Good Friday, the girls are off of school, and then we have Easter fun this weekend. So we're gearing up for a nice little weekend, a little bit of a slower weekend, spending time with family. So I'm feeling pretty good and I hope you are too. And before we get started, I just want to take a moment and thank you for being here. And yes, I'm talking about you. I'm truly grateful. I actually had another video creator friend reach out to me recently. I've had a few, and they're just feeling very frustrated with views on YouTube and on their different social media platforms, and they were asking my thoughts on it. And, we were kind of chatting about it, and I said, I think a lot of more people have moved more towards like short form content, like on TikTok and Instagram. And I just love YouTube because of the community. You guys make this platform. You make the community what it is. And YouTube is my favorite because of you guys. And I feel like no matter if the views are low or whatever it is, it makes me more grateful for you and this community. So thank you truly for being here and hanging out with me, and I hope I can deliver for you. I hope I can give you something to help you out by the end of this video. So this was Sunday night, and something that has kind of changed for me on Sundays. I used to, I've had a few different routines on Sunday nights. Sometimes, depending on what we have going on, I will just relax on a Sunday. Sometimes on Sundays we're busy. It honestly can be a very busy sports day. And so, like this day we were gone at the softball fields most of the day. So Sundays can be busy, and then you get home and it's the whole Sunday night routine with the kids, bath, showers, getting ready for school, meal prep, breakfast prep, and all of that. And it can be a lot. And so sometimes in the past, I've just kind of let the house be, and then I've tried to tackle it on Monday morning. And then there's been other times where I've tackled it no matter how tired I was or overwhelmed. And right now I have found that if I can reset the house every Sunday night, make sure the counters are cleared, wiped down, floors are pretty clean, not necessarily a full-on mop, but just making sure things are picked up and tidied. I guess that's the right word, tidied. It makes me feel so much better, so much better. Maybe I'll get into this a little bit later, but that's kind of my new routine. Mike was upstairs with the girls, just kind of like micromanaging that, or macro managing them, I guess. They can all pretty much do most of their nighttime routine. So he was up there just kind of making sure they were moving along, and I was getting things cleaned up. So for this Sunday night, part of the routine was cleaning up their rooms because I was going to spring clean their bedrooms this week. And so on Sunday night, I was like, okay, girls, let's get the rooms picked up. So Addison and Emery, they were putting all of their stuffies into this Bing bag stuffed animal holder. It's just perfect because they can put it all in there. And I told them they can only have one at night for this particular night. I let them have pretty much whatever unless it gets like crazy, like every other day. But this day I was like, okay, just keep one out for tonight, because I knew in the morning I was going to be washing their bedding and their mattress and all of that. Oh, this was so cute. They wanted to throw up their hands and say teamwork. You guys, sometimes you don't realize the little routines that your kids pick up. And so with them being little, we'll always do 1, 2, 3 teamwork. And they think like they have to do that before we clean. And they were really excited to do that, which was really cute. Oh, and something else that I like to do specifically for the twins with Avery, I don't need it as much because she knows when I'm trying to dupe her, I guess, or bribe her. But with the twins, I say, okay, we're going to set a timer, and when we're done cleaning, you can have a snack. And they're like, okay, yes. And that gets them moving and grooving. So anyways, teamwork, try to make it as fun as we can. We're blasting Taylor Swift. I bribe them with a snack that they get anyways before bed. So it's like, it worked for me. And we set a timer, and those little tips really work for them. Caffeinated, ready to go. Okay guys, let's do this. I am telling you, you guys, mindset is so important. And this is a reminder that I say for myself because I even need the reminder, but I am telling you, mindset is so important. And when I need to be productive, when I need to have a productive day, it starts from the night before. And I think the mindset piece, that's where it starts the night before. So part of that is gearing myself up, making a list of things that I want to get done. Oh, that's baking soda that I'm going to put on the mattress. It's how I deodorize and clean our mattresses. I let the baking soda sit all day and then I will vacuum it up later before bed. But what I do the night before when I have a big day of cleaning, like you're going to see me do today, what I do is, first of all, I think about it. I visualize the cleaning. I make a list of everything I want to get done. So like when I make the list, it's kind of getting sunk into my brain. And then with that, then I wake up and I almost can hop out of bed easier because I know I have to have a productive day, and if I don't stay on task, then things will not get done. So I kind of visualize it. I make a list. I make sure everything is set out and ready to go. So I got all of my cleaning tools and products, and I set it upstairs so they were easy to grab. And I got snacks and caffeine, and I got up, and I just was ready to rock and roll. So I'm telling you, if you have a busy day, it doesn't even have to be cleaning. It could be a job interview or anything going on in your life. If you need to have a productive day or you need to be in the right mindset, start the night before and think positive. Tell yourself positive things. Make a list, brain dump, whatever's going on in your head, and just put it all down. I'm telling you, mindset to me is one of the biggest pieces to me staying productive and getting things done. So I usually don't get into high point and low point to the week, but let's get into it now as we're cleaning some windowsills. The method for me cleaning my windowsills is I take my Bissell hand steamer that blasts all of that stuff out of the windowsill very easily, very quickly. I time this. It takes me anywhere from like 6-7 minutes max. So I just blast it all away with the hand steamer, then go in with a card detailing brush to get into all of the those hard to reach places of a windowsill, and then wipe it down with the multi-purpose cleaner. Pretty easy, pretty quick. It was really nice. It was beautiful this day. Absolutely beautiful. I think it hit 70, which is crazy. But anyways, okay, so high point and low point to the week. So the low point, it's been kind of a low week as far as I have a family member who's going through a lot right now. A very close family member had passed away 10 years ago unexpectedly, and that family member, it was a very tragic death, and the family, like, I'm obviously not going to get into too much just because it isn't necessarily my story to share, but I have some family members going through some really tough times. It's the time of the year. It's his birthday, so that brings up a lot of emotions. It's the 10-year anniversary. It'll be 10 years this year since he passed, and I'm grieving, my family members are grieving, and there's no time limit to grief. So I know a lot of you guys unfortunately can relate to losing someone extremely close to you unexpectedly. Not that it makes a difference if it was unexpectedly and they were young. very young. And you realize that life it never gets easier. And so we've just been dealing with that, but trying to focus on the girls and Easter and making memories together as a family. But the low point is definitely dealing with the grief and supporting each other, because we all deal with grief in different ways. So I guess just not a super sunshiny week like, I'd prefer to have. And I know you don't get to always see when there's down weeks. And I just really haven't been in the mood this week. Haven't been feeling good. Like, I've been physically feeling fine, but just because of all of this, just not feeling the best and in the right mindset. And so just wanted to throw that in there. So my method of carpet cleaning this is something that I learned from, he's on Clean That Up, I believe. He has great content. I watch him on TikTok and Instagram. He is a janitor. He's been a janitor for like 20 years or something crazy. And so he gives a lot of tips. And he shared this tip of, before you clean carpets, spray it with a garden sprayer, as you saw me do. So spray it with a garden sprayer, and what that does is, so you're mixing up the carpet cleaning solution and the water in the garden sprayer. You put it on the carpet, let it sit for a few minutes. That gives the solution, the shampoo, time to work its magic, really get deep down in there and work on breaking down the dirt and the dust and the stains in the carpet. And then you go in with your actual carpet cleaner, like you see me doing here, with just water. So you're essentially just flushing all of that solution out. And I know I had one comment before, and the concern was that maybe by doing that, you're putting too much water on the carpet. And it's actually the opposite. I find that my carpets are a lot less saturated, so the carpet and the padding doesn't get as wet. It takes less time to dry. And honestly, I feel like my carpet, sometimes when you clean carpets, it can almost have like that, I don't know, like that musty smell until it fully dries. I don't notice that anymore, and it just dries a lot quicker, and I notice the carpets smell better, so, and feel better as well. So that's my method. So here I'm just vacuuming up the baking soda at the end of the night. And then Mike's going to come in. I started to put the bedding on, but then I guess I'm not strong enough. Even though I've been lifting, not strong enough. It's a pain in the butt to get all of the bedding on perfectly. I kind of hate it, so I had to bring him in to do it. But anyways, okay, so I talked about the low point. It's been a low week, but it's been okay. We're hanging in there. But the good part, the high point of the week, is the twins had their 6-year-old well check. And the reason why that's crazy is, you guys, raising twins is insane. It's crazy. And I think it's one of those situations, with a lot of situations in life, you don't realize how crazy something is or how hard something is until you've already gone through it. And then you look back and you're like, how did I do that? That's how I look at twins. I am so grateful that not only do I have a partner in life, a husband who wants to help and is helpful and has always been able to help, because he's always worked from home. So he's always been able to help out. So that's been nice. But the high point is they had their 6-year-old well check, and it just brought back all the memories of taking them to the doctor with their big cart, like the newborn carrier car seats, and I'd be lugging them in, and it'd be so heavy, and they'd be crying, and I, when they're real little, you have to work around nap times, or when they're eating every 2 hours, and you gotta pack bottles, and you're just there's just so much. I remember sweating so many times in the doctor's office because I was just trying to do it all. And today we just strolled right up. Everything's great, easy peasy, and the girls are growing. It's just such a good age, and it brought back memories, but also made me realize I'm so grateful for the ages that they are now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go through some of these books, because the girls are outgrowing the baby books, the toddler books, the preschooler books. They're learning how to read. And while this will be definitely a bittersweet decluttering project, definitely bittersweet, I will just keep focusing on they're growing, they're learning how to read, which is wonderful, and we will be bringing in new books. So we're going to get rid of some of these books. Okay, so what I'm doing here, what I just did, I had some papers that need to be put in here. These are memory boxes that I made for all 3 girls. Avery has one as well. And each folder, there's folders in here for each grade level. So it starts with preschool. They had 2 years of preschool. So preschool 1, preschool 2, and then K through 12. So what this serves as, number one, we have a home. So I think one of the biggest things for keeping things organized in your home is to have a home for everything. So when you have important piece of art, like this was just kind of sitting up in their closet. This was for Mother's Day last year. They filled out in preschool all about my mom. Obviously, we want to keep these. They answered questions about mom. My mom loves blah, blah, blah. So obviously this is something that we want to keep, right? So it's okay, well, where do I put it? And then a lot of times you just kind of put it somewhere else, and you're eventually going to have to deal with that at a later time when you go through that drawer or that cabinet. Well, what this serves as, when we brought these home, I think I probably asked Mike to put these up here, and he just set them on top of the lid. And so I just pulled them down because I haven't pulled them down in a while. But the idea here is, right, we know we want to save these. We know exactly where they go, and we don't have to move it. We don't have to declutter it another time. It's a one time. You're essentially moving this one time, not twice or 3 times or 4 times. And it also forces us to cut down on the amount of items that we can keep, because you start to think about it and you're like, some of this stuff that you feel like you want to keep because it's a wonderful piece of art, you're like, as a 39-year-old, I don't want that. I don't want a piece of artwork that I did in kindergarten, you know what I mean? Or a ton of pieces, essentially. So it also makes us really keep the pieces that are the most special from each grade level. So these are great. They're wonderful. I'll have everything that I used to create these linked below. Pretty simple. Printed off the labels. Bought these. I mean, pretty easy. So just putting away some of the stuff that I think Mike had just like stacked on top. So I'm sure you guys know this, but I'm not showing every single task that I did in both rooms because a lot of it's just double. So it's like you don't need to see me dust in the twins' room and in Avery's room. You don't need to see me clean the blinds in Avery's room and the twins' room. Same thing with windowsills. So I was just kind of like picking and choosing what I was sharing, but then wiping down their dresser. This dresser is from IKEA, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. It was Avery's. And then now the twins share it. So anyways, that is what I'm doing. Our week has, like I said, we've been filled with a few things. The girls have had a few projects, homework at school. The twins had their first soccer game. They're playing on they call it a travel team, but it's not a travel team. Like we still play locally. Like we don't leave the city, but we just play other teams that are outside of our city. And the girls actually play positions. The soccer they were playing before, they didn't really have like positions. They just kind of like followed the ball around. So that was a lot of fun. Actually getting to see competitive sports. It's so hard because like with Avery, like, you know, she was the first kid. So like now we're able to watch her play a certain level of a sport, like competitive sport, right? So then it's almost like you go back to the twins and it's like, oh, that seems so much slower. I know this probably sounds rude, but like it's kind of boring, you know what I mean? Because there's really no, like, they don't keep score, there's no positions, but they're finally getting to that point where now there's positions and there's scores and there's a ref or an umpire depending on what they're playing. So they had their first game and it's been fun to watch the girls out, the twins. It's been fun to watch them find their thing and watch them out there working hard at something, which is what I love. Just work hard, try your best. That's all that matters. So once spring cleaning ends, we still have quite a bit more time because we got to finish up a few rooms in the home and I want to go outside. So we still got a while, but think of like the beginning of the summer, like maybe late May, early June. I want to know from you guys, what type of stuff do you want to see? I do want to start doing, that's everything that I got rid of from the rooms. But I want to know what you guys want to see other than cleaning. Obviously, cleaning is the main focus of all of this, but I want to know what other stuff do you want, or what do you enjoy seeing in my videos other than cleaning? I'm going to guess recipes, which for me, that's been something that we've really had to get more strict with at home because of our busier schedules and other routine changes that have been going on in our home, which I know it's like annoying when people are like, I have something I want to share, but I just can't share it yet. And that is the case. Our routines have changed. And so I do want to share more of our new routines and what has changed. It's just, number one, not my news to share. It's all good, all very good stuff for our family, but it's just something until I get the okay from the person that it truly affects, I don't want to share. So our routines have been kind of changing. So I do want to share our new family routines for sure, and more maybe like high protein meals. But anything else you guys want to see, let me know. And here, the bathroom was so messy from the girls' toothpaste. I was just using vinegar and Dawn dish soap and a Scrub Mommy sponge, and gosh, this just gets all of that whatever. Avery had a sleepover and she had friends over and they were doing makeup and hair, and there was just so much toothpaste and hair and product and makeup all over. I was like, I just need some hot water, some Dawn and vinegar, and gosh, it does the job. When you just like have really dirty countertops, do this. It works really well. Honestly, I think that combo of the Dawn and the vinegar and the warm water just does such a good job, specifically in the girls' bathroom. I don't find the need for our bathroom to use that. I like using my spray cleaners, my Jaws or CLR, something like that, because our bathroom doesn't get that messy. But the girls' bathroom gets very messy, and, you know, with all the messes. And I'm kind of liking, like when I've been cleaning their bathrooms lately, I've been just taking a bowl like you saw, using a bit of vinegar. I kind of eyeball it, squirt some Dawn dish soap in there. And I don't know, I just think that it cleans really, really well. It's efficient, gets everything nice and clean. And here I was just using really quickly to use my Bissell Omni Force hand steamer to spot clean the grout. Again, Avery had a few friends over for her birthday. Her birthday is actually, you're watching this, the week of the 20th, 21st. Her birthday is the 23rd. She's going to be 10, you guys, 10 years old. I have a daughter who's in double digits. She had some friends over last weekend for her birthday. We had to do it a little bit earlier because of sports schedules, her friends and her. And so it worked out. We had friends over on a Friday night, and the girls were doing their hair, makeup, and just having fun little girl time. And I just noticed that some of the grout was a little bit messy, so I was using my hand steamer to clean it up. So I think next week I want to tackle our entryway, and there's some gross messes, I can already tell. We have this big window in our front entryway that has never been cleaned, the windowsill, because it's really hard to reach. And I just told Mike the other day, I'm like, oh my gosh, that needs to be cleaned so badly. It's so gross. There's like bugs and cobwebs. And then the laundry room, I also want to tackle that. And with a washer and dryer, there's a few things that you may not be cleaning. That's very, very important that you clean. So we're going to be pulling out the washer and dryer, cleaning filters in your washer, cleaning out all these different cracks and crevices. So I think that's part of the plan for next week. And then hopefully it starts warming up here soon for us. And we can start getting outside. I am anxious and I cannot wait to get outside and clean up specifically the back patio. I'm so ready for some patio time. That is my favorite part of this whole house. Guys, my hair is so dirty. We just got back from a softball game. It was freezing cold. Our weather has been so back and forth. It was cold, it was windy. I need a shower, but it's a mess down here. And I need to get the stuff ready for school. We've had some changes going on in our home. We have some changes going on. I'll probably share it here in the next week or two. It's not my good news to share. But I will share sometime soon. But things have just been a little hectic, a little crazier than normal on top of like the busy sports season. We're in the thick of softball and soccer season. And T-ball season. Twins are playing soccer and T-ball, and Avery's on her softball team. So it's just been kind of crazy. And so we're all just trying to stay afloat and, you know, tread water. Stay above water. Is that the saying? Stay afloat. Essentially, that's all we're doing. Just trying to get by. There's 2 loads of laundry that need to be folded. I'm not folding it tonight. Mike's not folding it tonight. He's busy doing other things. So I don't know. The laundry is gonna wait. And you know what? Sometimes life happens. I think that's the one thing that I always try to say. And I think I say this to you guys, but it's also a reminder to myself that there are seasons in life where you're busier than normal. And on those seasons, you're just like, you know what? If the kids get more processed food, which is not ideal at all, because if I don't get time to make a meal, Mike doesn't get time to make a meal, or we don't have any freezer meals or anything, like sometimes if we're doing a frozen burrito, you know what? As long as the kids are fed, I guess that's the most important thing, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Maybe I'm just justifying it myself, but this too shall pass. I know that things really start to slow down early June, maybe? Yeah, June, I think. So that seems like a long time away, but it'll honestly be here before we know it, especially with how busy we are. So anyways, I'm gonna stop chatting and get to work because it is 9:36 and I gotta clean up, get ready for school, and vacuum them up. So let's do this. Already seen me clean up the kitchen, but it has to get done every single night. So I'm just doing a quick cleanup. Avery did we have a soccer game? I think we had a soccer game this night. Not Avery, twins. Soccer game. So we got home and I was cleaning up, getting things ready for the next morning so we could have a smooth morning. And then I was going to vacuum and mop, but I was filling up their water bottles. And something that I do want to say is I know I said this earlier in the video about thank you guys for, being here. And I kind of mentioned that when my creator friend reached out to me and she's like, why are, views are so low? And well, it's not always about views. Obviously, if you've created content over the years, there is always a fluctuation of people who watch the videos, people who don't. And when you see a big drop off, it signals to yourself, like maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should switch something up. I personally think a lot of the switch has gone to more people just want short form content. And whether or not views are down, it is what it is, and it just makes me more thankful and grateful for those of you who are here and those of you who do watch me. I also feel like it feels like a safer space because I look at YouTube as being a community, a place where I can just pour my feelings out, talk to you guys, act like we're friends, we can clean together, and I feel like you don't get that as much over on TikTok or Instagram. And so for me, I think I just enjoy this space because of that reason. And so you're here, you're hanging out with me, and whether views are down or whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me because I'm just gonna be grateful for those of you who are here. So thank you guys. finally remembered to close out a video. If you guys watch my videos most weeks, and if you watch them all the way to the end, then you know, like the past couple weeks, I've just been like, as soon as I'm done cleaning, I've been so done with cleaning. As soon as I'm done filming and cleaning, I'm like, shut the camera off. Like I don't even say goodbye to you guys. And I love saying goodbye to you guys and just thanking all of you for being here, because I don't think that gets said enough in social media, and you guys are a huge part of my life and I'm grateful for you. So I always like to make sure I say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're in the thick of spring cleaning. We still have a few more things that I want to do inside before we move outside. But our weather is so crazy that I'm like, who knows when that will be. Like I don't tolerate cold weather very well, and I mean, like who wants to be cleaning in weather that they're not comfortable in? It'd be the same way as if you hated hot weather, you know, like why add on cleaning outside when it's hot if you hate the hot weather? And that's how I feel about cold. Like as soon as it starts warming up, I'm like, yes, let's do it. I can't wait to get outside. Especially, it almost makes it easier to start cleaning outside in the spring because we're just so anxious to be outside and get some warm sun. So I'm kind of looking forward to cleaning outside and just like sprucing up our patio, which is my favorite part of this entire house, is the patio in the backyard in the summer. Love it. And then the front porch and other outside stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, close it out here. Thank you guys so much for being here and especially sticking around to the very end. Thank you guys so much. I'll be more next week. Okay, bye.